Hello YouTube people, just a simple video today. Simple because this is not a review video, because review on this watch is already done, just a different color. If you haven't seen that, I'll put link in the description. You know, quality control, measurements and everything is the same. So if you wanna see full review, check out a video on the yellow watch. And the point of today's video is to do comparison between these two different colors. Also compare the bracelet version versus the strap version. And also I'm gonna play with a bunch of different straps and we're gonna find out which watch looks better. This video is sponsored by AliExpress. AliExpress gave me a budget which I was free to spend on whatever I want, so that's what I did. I bought a bunch of watches and a bunch of watch straps. Thank you, AliExpress. So I'm going to skip on measurements and specifications part of this video because it is exactly the same as on this yellow watch, and the video about this yellow watch you can see a link in the description. But I'm not going to skip on quality control checkup because it's not enough for me just to tell you that everything is fine, because I believe many people aren't gonna trust me because, you know, I'm sponsored by AliExpress, so I may be hiding something from you and trying to sell you this watch. So I'll do a quick quality checkup and prove you that everything is actually fine on this watch. And what do I mean by that is that let me set the hands on exactly 6 and they're sitting straight, very nicely aligned. And also when I set hands on exactly 6, look at the right subdial, it is pointing nicely at 18 hours, very nice. And the left subdial is nicely pointing at 60 minutes, which belongs to the chronograph. And the big seconds hand belonging to the chronograph is also nicely centered on top. And let's start the chronograph. It is working just fine. Pushers feel nice and clicky as always. Let's stop it, reset it, and the hand jumps back right in the center. And I see no dust spectacles, no misalignments, no imperfections. Quality control wise, there is nothing to complain about on this watch. Now the first question is, should you go with the bracelet version or with the strap version? Bracelet only €3 extra. And let me put it simply, even though if you are planning to wear this watch on a custom strap, and I believe most of you already have a bucket full of custom straps ready for this watch, you should still go for the bracelet because the integration of this bracelet is rather nice, and it would be basically impossible to find a custom bracelet which would fit this nicely inside the lug. So even if you're not planning to wear it on a bracelet, it's just nice thing to have. You know, maybe in the future you would decide to sell this watch and it would be a lot easier to sell it with the original bracelet rather than original straps. But that is just, you know, my opinion. I just like the integration of this bracelet, that it's nicely sitting in between lugs without any gaps and without any play. And if you want to see more information about this bracelet, you can find in the video about this watch. In this video I'm gonna show a little bit more about the original strap. So the size of my wrist is 16.5 centimeters or 6.5 inches, and that's how it looks like. And I'm currently set on seems like third hole. This one is just a big decoration hole. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 on the third hole I'm set. And that's how much of a strap is still left. So if your wrist is bigger or smaller, it's gonna be fine. How is the quality of this strap? It's actually fairly decent, I must say. I worn this watch yesterday on this strap all day long and I have no complaints. Really, it's comfortable strap, nothing to complain about. And it seems like it is nicely put together. All the stitching looks good. Those holes look like have no sharp edges. On the inside, those holes also haven't felt them on my wrist. It feels fine. The strap also has this Pagani embedding on the end. The keepers look like so. Okay, a little bit slim, but they are fine. They give me no trouble. They're fine. The buckle is a little bit large, well, it's not extra thick at least, but it's a little bit, you know, on the bulky side of things, but it kind of fits the design, you know, of the case, follows the design language, I would say. Sharpness it does have a little bit of sharpness when I play with this clasp, sorry, not the clasp, the buckle like that. But when the watch is sitting on my wrist, I have nothing to complain about. The strap itself is actually squishy. After massaging it out, it's rather flexible. It's actually a good strap. Now what I could compare the strap to is to this custom strap which I already have on my website. It's a very nice, also squishy strap, which also seems nicely put together. But there is one difference, not a deal breaker, nothing major, but there is one very noticeable difference between the quality of these two straps, is that this one, if you take a closer look, it's very shiny. You know, very shiny, and when I bang my nails into the strap, it's like it feels like leather, you know, it feels like leather. And this one, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's actually very dry. So if I bang my nails into this one, it feels a little bit more like cardboard because it's very, very dry. It's a fixable problem, you know, you have to lubricate this strap, wax it in somehow, then it's gonna be fine. But that's the only difference, you know, this one comes already well lubricated and this one comes as dry as it gets basically. So that's the only problem. Other than that, it's actually a very nice strap. Can't really tell you anything bad about the strap. I'm actually quite surprised. This is a very nice strap on this watch. And I have borrowed this bracelet of a yellow watch, so I can give you a good look how it would look like on the original bracelet on my 16.5 centimeter wrist or 6.5 inches wrist. And in order to resize this bracelet for my wrist, I had to remove four links. So that's how it looks like. By the way, this bracelet also it comes with butterfly clasp, but it has two half links, one there, so no problems, it has half links included. So that's how this watch would look like on its original bracelet if you would choose it on a bracelet versus the strap. And this one is the yellow watch on the strap from the blue. So that's how it would look like if you buy this watch on this strap. Okay, very, very comfortable combination, I must say. Only one thing is that on the third hole, for me, sometimes it feels a little bit too loose, and on the second hole, sometimes it feels a little bit too tight. So I would actually puncture an extra hole in between for myself, as always, you know, nothing unusual. As always, on those leather straps, holes are a little bit too far apart for me. You know, the skinnier the wrist, the more adjustable strap should be, but that's just personal problem anyway. That's just how it looks like. It looks nice, I like this white stitching on the strap. Usually I don't like noticeable stitching on straps, but when the watch has such a bold color, it looks rather nice, I must say. Let me show you these two colors side by side and let me explain you things a little bit. So intensity of the color is exactly the same. And interesting thing about this dial is that it is a little bit reflective. It's like some kind of metallic surface is sprayed with this color, and this metallic is very reflective. You know, sometimes in a dim light, once this watch catches light on the right angle, it reflects light very intensively. It's very active, you know, as you can probably even see right now. It's like it's glowing. It looks like it's glowing, and the same effect is noticeable on both of them. It's only the difference of color, but intensity, reflectivity and everything is identical between these two watches. It's just down to personal preference, you know, which one you like better. For me, it's like I would associate yellow color a little bit more like vintage aesthetics a little bit. I feel that this watch looks a little bit better on vintage styled straps. Somehow I will show you later. While this blue one gives a little bit more of a modern vibe for me. I don't know why, but somehow I associate blue color a little bit with more of a modern things, and vintage style straps on this blue color doesn't necessarily look that good as they do on a yellow dialed watch. But that's just personal observation or personal point of view. but generally speaking, they both look incredible. They're very, very active, very, very strong colors, very reflective in a light. And you know what, let's turn off this orange light maybe. Let me give you a little bit more sense of color. Let me just at least try, you know. So if you have a bad time, difficult time deciding which color to choose one, well, I don't blame you. I can't really help you on that, to be honest. They both look incredible, but which one would I choose? I will actually tell you later on in the video, because I have already decided. I have a winner, but I must say that, wow, I'm actually impressed by both of them. They're very impressive looking dials. Okay, let's start messing around and let's see how these watches look like on a bunch of different straps. And all of these straps you can find on my website. So this brown leather strap in combination with the yellow dial, I would say looks classy, just perfect combination. This brown color is a little bit, you know, brighter than usual. It's a little bit more saturated. It really fits this dial. It's a very nice combination. And of course, after this one, I will show you how the blue watch looks like on the same strap. So that's what I'm gonna do basically for the rest of this video. Now the same strap but different color dial. And how does this combination look like? I must say it's rather nice, but I personally actually prefer how yellow dial looks like on a brown strap. It's like, you know, yellow is a warm color. This brown is also warm color. And warm colors together feel, well, I know for me personally it's a nice combination. And blue is rather cold color, and cold color combination with this warm, it doesn't look bad, but I actually like yellow one a little bit better on this strap. It's down to personal preferences, you know, but you know, it's just my opinion. But man, I must tell you, yeah, it still looks very nice. It does look very nice. This strap has a very nice pleasant tone of brown, very warm, and I think it looks really good in combination with this warm, bright, sporty yellow dial. It's nice. This is nice combination. I think this looks rather good. I like the color of this brown. Strange thing to say maybe, but I like the color of brown on certain things. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. Now at first I'm gonna show you like this, just like a color combination, how it looks like on the yellow watch, and right now how it looks like on a blue watch. So it's up to you to decide which one looks better. The intensity seems rather similar, I must say, on the strap and on the dial. Well, it's nice, you know, it's still nice. I still believe it looks a little bit better on the yellow perhaps, but I'm not sure. It looks rather good. I must say it looks rather lovely. Okay, to even things out, let's use cold color this time, this dark blue color, and how it looks like on this yellow dial. I must say it's a very nice combination, blue and yellow. It looks beautiful together. Very nice, and it's very nice strap, by the way. This one is very soft nylon strap, feels good. So yeah, that's how this combination looks like. So let's do the same as the previous combination. Now blue and yellow, that's how it looked like. And right now, blue watch on a blue strap. Looking good. Looking good. Does it look as good as the yellow did? I don't know. Both of them look really good, I must say. Not disappointed with either of them. Yeah, looking nice. Can't really choose the winner this time. Okay, let's make it even this time and let's use neutral color. Just a gray strap on the yellow dial watch. Looks like so. Gray straps are probably my favorite. I don't know, I just like them. They look good on multiple watches. This one as well. And let's do the same trick once again, from one color combination to another. And which one I like better this time? I'm actually leaning towards blue this time. Yellow by itself is actually nice and looks good on many different colored straps, but this time I would say the winner is actually blue. I like how blue looks like on this gray. Gray is a little bit, you know, like also a little bit towards the cold side of things, and it matches with this blue rather nicely. So yeah, this time I actually like blue better. On a gray strap, for me the winner is blue. Now this time I think the yellow dial watch has unfair advantage, you know. Sadly I don't have such intensive blue color straps, so with such intensity I only have this yellow, and it obviously looks just perfect on this watch. Like, it looks like original. Matches rather nicely, even though the strap is a little bit towards orangey, but it's not really that noticeable. Looks great. Very nice. Okay, so let's do this transition once again from yellow yellow to yellow blue. How is it looking like? No, sorry, this is just too crazy of a combination. It looks just, no, too many colors. The yellow one is definitely its obvious winner this time. Yeah, the blue is, I know, too much for me. Too crazy. Too many colors. Even though it does look rather fun, I must say. This is very nice, very comfortable nylon strap, which costs €1.90. That's how it looks on this yellow dialed watch. I would say it's perfect combination as well. This strap gives off a little bit of a militaristic vibe, and somehow it just looks right on this watch. I think it looks right. Yeah, lovely soft, well, not soft but warm colors together. Of course it looks good. And another transition from green and yellow to green and blue, and it's not bad. I must say, I don't even know which one I like better. Hold on a second, let's try again. Looking nice. Looking nice again. I don't know, I probably like yellow one a little bit better perhaps, but I must say it's very close match. Very close match. They both look great on the strap. A mesh style bracelet with 1mm in size of the grain, and the winner could be either, I must say. Both of them should look great on the strap. So that's how the yellow one looks like. This time it's definitely just down to a personal preference of color, which one you like better, because yeah, both of them gonna look great on this strap. And again, starting with this combination, we transition into this combination, and to be honest with you, I think blue is probably the winner. You know, blue is rather cold color, and this metallic shine, metallic bracelet also gives off a little bit of a colder vibe, I must say. So colder looking bracelet on this colder looking dial maybe looks a little bit better. I don't know, it's very close match. I'm not sure really which one is the winner this time. Both looking great actually. Nice bracelets, these ones, I must say. I quite like them. How about this shiny blue nylon strap? By the way, very beautiful shade of blue, I must say. Very beautiful. It's very beautiful color, and that's how I like a combination on yellow dial. I think it's a very nice combination. Yellow and blue always looks great together, I must say, especially when both of them are this intensive. So yeah, this is rather intensive looking blue color. It's not super bright, you know, but it's shiny, it's very saturated. Yeah, looks great on this watch. So which one would you like better, blue and yellow or blue and blue? You know what, both look great. Both look great. Both look great. Not even sure which one would I go for this time. Blue and yellow, yeah, very classy, very nice combination. And bright blue and dark blue, also looking great. Can't really tell you that I don't like it. Actually looks pretty good, I must say. Very nice, very nice. So what is the final verdict? Which one is the winner for me? Well, most of my straps are a little bit, warm in tone, earthy colors like brown and green. And for me personally, yellow watch is a little bit better combination with most of my straps, as I just showed you. But if most of your straps are, something like cold color, like blue and gray, so maybe blue is better combination, but to be honest, it's a very close match. They both look great on all kinds of different straps, so it's rather difficult to tell you something. But for me personally, if I would choose again and I could choose only one color, I would go with the yellow. Yellow is awesome. It just looks, this color looks like some kind of sports car, that kind of association. And I love the combination how this color looks like on vintage style straps, military style straps, all kinds of those kind of straps. It looks great. It looks great. I really like how this watch looks like. But this one is also has very striking, very strong character, so very close match. But at the end of the day, I just hope this video was helpful for you to decide which color to go for. That's it. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye. By the way, sorry that there are no outdoor shots in the sunlight because weather condition is not very good, and the forecast is also not looking good either because, well, the winter is coming and the summer is over. So sorry, but probably no more sunlight till who knows when.